Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be going over how you can get yourselves a free gold mythic Eva. You can get also 5,000 gold mythic tokens. We're going to be checking out some war news coming into War Season 3. There is going to be 2 CRWs that's going to take place beforehand, and there's going to be a couple of tests effectively around that. But first off, let's get into the news about the World Champions avatars. So as you can see, this is the first place avatar right here, and you should have received your avatars in your inbox for participation, which they did update. I've received mine, and if you were first, second or third, again you should have received your avatars as well. It does go on to talk about the Hall of Fame, and there has been an update on the Discord just showing the top 10 and then obviously the top 100. I'm going to scroll through pretty quickly just because there are a lot of factions here. You can slow it down and pause it if you so wish to see your faction, to see exactly where you officially came. And as you can see, this is the top 100 factions of the World Champions, the first Mythic World Champions. Going back to the top, it does say all qualifying World Champions factions can claim their placement or participation avatars from the inbox message within 24 hours, and the top 10 can now find their Season 3 World Champions faction scores immortalized for future survivors to see on our official Discord. And this is the avatar right here for participation. It does come out as basically being a steel/iron version of the same avatar, which is pretty cool. Next up, we're going to be looking into the Forged in Flames CRWs. These are going to be 2 separate CRWs. The first one being this coming weekend, and we'll check over the details on what we can expect. And it says Forged in Flames with a CRW on the 4th of March. Before we dive into our next season of war, our plans must be forged in flames. Forged in Flames, we will hold 2 CRW events to test a few changes players can expect to come with War Season 4. Some of the changes were well received during War Champions. Others are to incorporate more strategy and help improve the pace of war gameplay. We'll break down all these changes and updates below. We'll also be looking for player feedback after each CRW before we finalize these details for our tentative War Season 4 launch date of March 25th. So first up is going to be repair changes, and these look very similar to the War of Champions repair costs. We'll be implementing the camp repair structure from War of Champions into the Forged in Flames CRWs. Players can expect the following repair timers and coin costs to skip the timers. First repair is 15 seconds or 50 coins if you want to skip. Second repair is 20 minutes or 100 coins if you want to skip. And then third repair is 25 minutes and then 150 coins to skip that. The fourth repair would take 30 minutes or 2 million coins to skip that if you so wish. I think until they implement something that just doesn't allow you to repair anymore, you can pretty much just see this as a you cannot repair anymore. Now it is worth noting that normal CRWs do have a time limit of 30 minutes, so you would potentially be able to naturally do all of these repairs. However, there is going to be some time changes coming up as well. And we'll look at those because the War Siege timer and retreat timers are going to just be edited. We will be shortening the maximum length of each War Siege against another faction from 30 minutes to 20 minutes. In shortening the overall War Siege timer, we're also going to lower the retreat timers as well. Retreat will be available after 5 minutes, and once confirmed by generals, will take 5 minutes to retreat. Our hope is this will create more opportunities to match more opponents more often, leading to a less intense and demanding and a more enjoyable gameplay experience for players. It is going to be interesting to see how this part of it actually plays out. I think this could help in some wars, especially in wars where you have some players who are unwilling to drop, but they're potentially one of the only good players in their faction, where their faction is definitely going to lose. And instead of that war taking up to 30 minutes, it's now going to take a maximum of 20. As said previously, after the CRW, I would leave your feedback on any of these changes, particularly this one, just to say whether you liked it or disliked it on the official Discord. There's also going to be a Stronghold update where they're introducing a new mechanic with War Strongholds that will give a bonus to both solo and faction war points when successfully attacking enemy camps if a player has a team in the War Stronghold. We are hoping this will encourage players to develop additional defense teams so they can hold a stronghold longer and generate more points for their faction when attacking enemy camps. I think currently the bonus is set to 100 faction and 100 solo bonus points per attack where you win. So to increase it, obviously this would have to be quite a significant boost. I would say probably up to maybe even 500 of each, which doesn't sound like a lot, but would potentially be, you know, a further 5,000 per war, depending on how many times you normally hit. The next one is region updates. We'll be opening Roan, Cumberland and Claiborne regions for inbound and outbound transfers. We'll also be adding Bradley to the list of regions involved in cross-region war. This means all players in all regions will have the same war experience moving forward. For players who participated in War of Champions, we'll be resetting your individual and faction cooldowns today. So for whatever reason, if you needed to transfer again after transferring out of War of Champions, you will have that opportunity. Now some details on the first Forged in Flame CRW. It does start on the 4th of March and it ends on the 6th of March, both times at 4 PM Pacific. You can see that it's going to be 8 versus 8 with 1 Stronghold. Now it's going to be the boosted points if you are in the Stronghold and do have successful attacks. The first repair is 15 seconds as previously said. Retreat timer is 5 minutes. Mercenaries 4 max, all available within 5 minutes. And then the max war energy is 8, kind of like what we saw pretty much at the end of the last season. The next details say that it is going to be a siege duration of 20 minutes, as previously noted in this. Attack cooldown is going to be 3 minutes, and then the shield cooldown is also going to be 3 minutes. I think the only place they could really speed up war a little bit more would actually be to edit these, especially like I said before, if there's that one camp left, that's where these 3-minute timers can be pretty annoying. Now here is that one stronghold. It says all teammates get 20% attack when attacking enemy camps and strongholds. So it's just a general 20% attack boost, which is quite nice. But it does say points gained while attacking camps while having a defense team placed in this stronghold have been significantly increased. So it is actually saying significantly increased there. I assumed it would go up to maybe 500. That would be 5 times. But maybe it's going up to 1,000 extra points per attack. We'll have to wait and see. There's no numbers that I'm seeing so far in this post. So we'll have to wait and see until war itself. But it does seem like putting a team in a tower seems to be much more beneficial now than it was before. So even when you're coming up against factions which you think you can roll over, it is good to, you know, try and take that tower and get extra points that way. Now, there are some details on the actual war itself, and you can see that for placement you're going to get gold mythic tokens, gear medal choice boxes and steel gear medals, and this is going to scale all the way down to the last places, which is going to be 101 to 1000. And the Forged in Flame CRW milestones is going to be gold mythic tokens, normal mythic tokens for those silver characters, and then obviously war refills. Unfortunately it's not war, it's not select refills, but you do get the choice boxes later on, 100,000 and 400,000, but the rest are going to be war refills. The rest scale up as you progress. And then lastly, there are going to be the Forged in Flames CRW faction missions. And this is going to be gold mythic tokens and various types of trainers, as well as military supplies. You are going to be able to get 1 million military supplies for completing all of these missions. And that's 1 million a piece in your faction. So that is actually pretty nice. And then lastly, there's going to be the Forged in Flames CRW rank rewards, and it looks like we're going to have the removal of select recruits tokens finally, and it's going to now be mythic recruit tokens. So if your region comes first, you're going to just get yourself an extra silver recruit pool basically, and then if you come last it will be 6,500, so well on your way to the next pieces. And here's some confirmation of the choice boxes that were available in the rewards here. Now lastly, on the release of Ghost, you can get your hands on a free gold mythic Eva via the web store, and we can read the information in this highlighted section here. In addition to this event, a copy of gold mythic Eva and 5,000 gold mythic tokens will be available for the duration of the event as a one-time redemption on our TWD RTS web portal for all players. Otherwise, this is going to be a premium event. If you want to participate, for every $1 you spend, you'll get 5 points towards the event, and then you'll be able to get some gold mythic tokens, trainers, and various other rewards. So if, for instance, you haven't bought the battle pass yet, you could buy the battle pass from the web portal. You would get 75 points towards this current event, and that would also get you 10,000 gold mythic tokens on the bonus reward. If we just check out the web portal, you can see, other than the free daily 1,000 gold mythic tokens you can claim, there is this special offer on the left hand side, which is going to be 1 times Eva as a gold mythic, and then 5,000 gold mythic tokens. If you already have Eva, maxed out, no big deal. You can just sell for 1 bit and you can see that as 1 full gold mythic pull. So that's it for the info in this video, guys. Like I said, gear your faction up for war. It will be starting this weekend. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on some of the changes that are going to be coming. Have you already got a maxed out Eva? Will this be useful for you? Let me know. Like I said, I want to thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.